Hello and good morning. This is me. This is my anime babe shirt. When I wear this, I can't help but think I'm no better than a man. I am. I hope. I'm joking. Um, yeah. Ooh, I am thin. So, my ex did not actually come yesterday to pick up their belongings, and I'm not really sure like when they're going to do that. However, because of a lot of mistakes that I made in the relationship, um, and I believe it a lot of why we broke up and a lot of why we can't be friends at this time is my fault. I feel like I can't really like push them to come get it. Plus, like, it's not the end of the world that it is here. It's just they had expressed that they wanted to come get it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to be like gentle with them. So I'm not going out of my way to ask them like, when are you coming to pick up the stuff, because it's not personally important to me that it leaves my apartment. It's just that they said they wanted it. Does this make sense? I'm trying to adapt to what they want, um and like what works best for them. I keep trying to like get a psychiatry appointment. I know that I've tried psychiatric medication a lot across my life. I believe I was like 5 years old when I was first started on psychiatric medication. And typically I get really bad side effects, or I get the side effects that it says are super rare and people typically don't get, or it just doesn't really do anything for me. And I've been told before that I am like medication resistant, which I would say makes sense because they don't typically give me positive effects. So I would say that that is accurate. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I've just been curious. I don't know if this is true. I haven't done a lot of research, but I'm curious to know if there is like a psychiatric medication that could like decrease the amount of times that I switch in a day, because it can be very disorienting to switch so often. And there's also a very specific like group of alters that when they switch into the front, it's way more disorienting than like any other group. And um so like I don't know, I guess the best way, and I'm not great at explaining things because of my DID. I switch in and out, and so everything becomes like very disjointed, but I'm going to try my best. So like there's a part of my condition called like the inner world, and for me it's a really detailed and complex like fantasy world that sort of explains in a more fantastical and easier to digest way the trauma that I went through externally. It makes it, it's also a tool to help me empathize and understand the other alters in my system. And the way that I understand it being hard for us to empathize with each other and to get along is because we all tend to have pretty opposite jobs, or at least a lot of us do. So this isn't, this is just an example. It's not 100% accurate for me, but it's just the easiest way for me to explain it. Like if one alter's job is to always say no and be like very prickly and like, no, I'm not doing that, um, to protect the body and protect the system, um, and that's needed in like one facet of life or a few, but then there's other facets of life for another alter to do their job, and their job is that they have to always say yes to be safe and protect the body. So if you think about it that way, it's stemming from fear and a need to protect oneself and be safe, but they're opposite methods. So how could you feel safe with somebody who has a method of protecting themselves that makes you feel unsafe? So the person that constantly needs to fawn is going to feel threatened in a way by the person that always needs to fight. And it's so, yeah, that's why it's hard to get along. But there's this group of alters that they have only lived in the inner world. They have no experience like out here in this reality. So when they front, they're looking for like what they recognize as home, and their home is in the inner world. So they look out here, and in the inner world, cars don't exist, grocery stores don't exist. Um, because they've never lived out here, they don't know who our parents are. They don't recognize them like as our parents. They have other parents like inside in the inner world. Um, and I don't know exactly why, but these alters seem to just rapid fire front when we are around our mom. I don't have enough data to say that this is something that happens when we're around our dad, but it does happen when we're around our mom. And oof. Oh, wow. Okay. I think that was just very briefly one of the inner world alters. Oh. I need to go like do some self-care and also feed myself and probably drink water so I don't die of dehydration. And also, I have to finish some laundry, and then I really wanted to watch a movie today. I haven't like watched a movie in a while, and though it's not a movie that I haven't seen before, I'm excited to watch it. And that movie is Girl Interrupted, which I based this channel off of. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're like eating, hydrating, taking care of yourself, and I hope that little clouds, like little pockets of happiness, reach you today. I hope that you're presented with one or more reasons to smile, and I'm so glad that we exist at the same time.